Don't worry. Now I'm in the group.
You got
no,
it.
warm up. I was always best at warm up, mate. Always. I was always at my peak at warm up.
So some of my questions have changed a bit because there's this exciting news, some changes in the academy coaching lineup. Can you tell us about that? What the changes are?
Yes, we have had some changes throughout the summer. Kev, Betsy, Dan Machichi leaving to Crawley Town, which is a fantastic opportunity for them. I want to give them my props and thank them for an amazing journey and for leaving the academy in a better place than it was. But then we had to make some decisions and changes, and they come into place from today that Mehmet Ali will take on the role as head under-21s coach and PDP lead. So he is making a promotion from being an assistant coach to that role. And then obviously the exciting news about bringing in back Jack Wilshere into the club to be our under-18 head coach, which is super news for us and super exciting.
Yeah, what's so special about Jack? You played with him.
Yes.
And he was training with you the first thing for last season.
Yes, he just retired, from his playing career, which is amazing. I was part of that. I was really lucky to play with a super talented boy that has been, promoted from the academy to the first team and has had a major career. So to get him to coach our youngsters now is a brilliant story. And what I've seen from him in 6 months and coaching the boys in the academy and his connection to the staff, to the players, it's been amazing. So I was onto him and kind of got him into a position where he would retire for that kind of new job for him.
Well, you made him retire?
I wouldn't go that deep and that far. Obviously he had a fantastic career and even at age of 30 he probably played almost 15 years of professional football. Obviously he started really early and he was promoted to the first team fairly early, 15, 16, 17 years of age. So he had a good career in professional football. So yeah, and I felt something within him, when he kept himself fit within the first team. He then started to train the boys at Colney, at Hayland, really got into it, got his A license done, and ever since then we were in touch, and he went to Denmark, and when he came back this opportunity is on the table because 2 members of staff, 2 coaches leaving us. So I stayed on the case with him. We had a lot of conversations that I would make sure I'll support him with his first coaching experience, but he's very keen, eager to learn and want to make a difference for us in the football club. So I'm really pleased.
Apart from those qualifications, how important is it to have someone who has the DNA, the love of the club, who's also come through that whole Hayland Academy system?
It's super important, for us to keep that DNA. And within the 18s, we have Jack Wilshere, Adam Birchall, Julian Gray, 3 coaches who have, experienced the whole journey. And obviously Jack being the under-18 head coach, he has. Arsenal is in him, and he wants us to do well. But he understands that having a playing career is different to a coaching career. But by revealing the news today to staff, players, a lot of smiling faces, and to see him speaking in front of the players, I was really proud this morning, because it is a different ball game, to want to make a difference for the boys. But I guess he has learned a lot throughout his career, the mistakes he made, the good part of it, the disappointing things like injuries, like not returning as quick as you want to be. All these things are major considerations for us, and to bring someone in like Jack is amazing.
Yeah. How has he changed? Could you imagine when he was celebrating those cup finals with top coaches singing songs?
Yeah, probably not. Yeah, probably not. And even if when we played together, it's a different environment. But the transition from playing to coaching or whatever is not easy for every single footballer. And I was fortunate that I had a person, a mentor like Arsene Wenger to trust me with that next step. Now I'm in a position where I can give opportunities and chances to players who are willing to make that step and to make that happen for Jack. Makes us really proud as a club.
How did you find that change? Because 1 minute you were playing cup finals and Arsenal's been and next you're the head of the youth academy. I don't know. I didn't know.
I didn't know. You are just assuming that you might have a chance because, your mentality, you wanted to do the right thing, wanted to do, you can transfer bits and pieces, into every job that kind of help you throughout your career. However, you have to learn to manage, to work with people, academies are, they're well staffed now, so you gotta learn quickly the rules and regulations, and that has still to this day, I'm still learning every day. But the decision to give Jack the job has got so many positive aspects. By saying Edu, Mikel, myself, we were so much involved into the process. We want to make it work. We want to help him. We want to support him, and the support staff, in the academy, the head of coaching, Luke Hobbs, they were fantastic throughout the process because they want to make it happen. They know how powerful it is, but they know how much support he will need as well. And everyone is kind of will sacrifice, for Jack being a success.
It's a real sort of race, isn't it, to attract the best young players from all over the world. How much will it help have a sort of figurehead or a person like Jack on board with yourself and Mikel and Edu?
Yeah, it will help. Because the good thing is Jack has worked under Mikel as well. Throughout this 6 months with us, so he knows the messages, he knows the playing style, he knows what to do. He has got the history, and Jack gets it. What we're about. So him speaking to our top talents, to new recruits, to our under 8 parents, he will give them a good perspective on what we're about. So we'll use him in multiple assets, and he is ready for it. He knows that, as a football player, you might have a nice day from 10 to 2, 4 hours, that's done. As a coach, being a member of the academy, these days are gone, the hard work and the graft, making it happen for other people and to organize and delegate, will be a major part of his next, hopefully, 3-4 years with us.
And you mentioned Mikel and Edu. In terms of sort of day-to-day working relationships, how much of your job sort of intertwined and linked up?
Yeah, we'll come into touch every now and then. Obviously, in pre-season is very hectic at the moment. First team just returned back from the Germany tour, off to the next one to the US. So, but today I've seen Mikel 3 times already. Because not only that he wanted to know about Jack and how it worked and how the communication worked with the players and with the staff. But he then says to me, "I want to see Jack today." Sent him down. I want to congratulate him. I want to introduce him, and the alignment needs to continue. It's not only, on a given day. We have regular catch-ups, and then Edu comes into the mix as a technical director, and he needs to be up to date. So, it's our job to make it work. But the relationships that we have help massively.
So is everyone back now? The new signings, the guys being on loan, and
yeah, almost. I mean, the international players, I think they've all come back today, basically. So. Yeah, it will be a full squad, of players at the moment. So there will be definitely movements happening throughout this transfer window, which needs to happen, to get our youngsters opportunities, because at the moment we have a big squad. So yeah, I expect a lot of things to be happening throughout the summer.
Interesting. So, and with 5 substitutes in the Premier League, you need a big squad, don't you?
You need a big squad. Europe, Thursdays, Sundays. It will be a tough season for us, but on our level we'll compete, and that's the good thing about it. We feel like we can compete even further. Last year, was an opportunity that we might miss at the end, but at the start of the season it looked completely different, in terms of the first 3 games. However, we gave ourselves the best possible chance. Didn't make it in the Champions League at the end of the day. However, it feels like there's a real movement towards the Champions League, and the new signings, one in particular, makes people feel like, this is the ambition of the club, to sign marquee players who can contribute goals.
I guess the most eye-catching one is that Gabriel Jesus, who scored on his debut, did he, in Germany. Have you got to see him? And what sort of impact is he having on the club? Yeah,
I think first and foremost he decided fairly quickly, on Arsenal. I mean, that says a lot about Edu, Mikel, and our recruitment strategy to kind of identify and then trying to be proactive, not waiting, until the end of August, basically. We have had those summers as well. This means he's part of that first pre-season game against Nuremberg and can, connect with the players the best players, they connect really quickly with other players, and you could instantly see that. Once you have a marquee player who understands football, they connect fairly quickly with the rest of the group.
Apart from getting the big names and the stars that obviously excites the fans, how much is it that when you talk about the sort of the connectivity, getting the right characters, personalities?
Major. Obviously want to sign robust players, hopefully stay injury free throughout the whole year. Gabriel Jesus shows that, but as well then, we have fairly a squad that is in transition, to achieve big things in terms of the age. But it feels like this squad will mature, immensely, with the next couple of seasons. Plus getting Gabriel Jesus in, that's a winner, who has won trophies. So he'll bring something to the DNA, that we haven't seen for a long time, I guess.
You mentioned another player earlier who's come back, William Saliba.
Yeah.
Will Mikel say to you, come and play, you're a central defender. Should I be playing this guy? How's that going to work?
It doesn't work like that in particular. However, what William has done, in France, in Marseille, is magnificent. So for us to, really test him this summer and see what's best for him. But he has clearly made his mark with his young age, with his playing in a major league in Europe, and being one of the best players says it all. So why not use it?
Yeah, well, that's down to the boss, I guess.
Exactly.
So.